If you steer clear of these 5 big battling mistakes, you and your alliance, you guys can be successful at not only losing much less troops than you should, but also at winning wars that you might not even think you have a chance in. So I completely forgot about this as I was recording the video because I'm an idiot. There's a stream coming up. The first Rise of Civilization stream by the Gekko is this Saturday around noon Eastern time. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel, turn on notifications so you guys know when the stream is live. The more active the chat is, the longer the stream will be. That's how it's gonna go. There are a couple of plans for the stream, as well as we will be recording together at least one video. So yeah, make sure you guys tune in. I hope to see everyone there. Everything will be talked about. A bunch of different things need to be said, including a little bit of feedback that I got from you guys and a little bit of an explanation I might owe you guys regarding a video that you guys very much disliked when it came to the bank thing. But everything on the stream on Saturday. Be there. Now let's start the video. Hey there, YouTube. Welcome back to the Gekko. Another day, another video for you guys. Today we're talking about battling mistakes. Specifically, top 5 battling mistakes that I think can reduce your losses as well as help you win fights and wars that you might thought you didn't have a chance in. Before we get started, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. This video is brought to you by Rise of Civilizations. Let's get going. The first mistake is don't get baited. Now, I had a few clips showing you guys how baiting works, but I don't know what happened. I can't even explain to you what happened to those clips. And to most of my clips, I'm kind of mad about that because I used to keep everything. It doesn't matter. Anyway, baiting is all about positioning of troops. So you have a set of troops, and we're going to go ahead and I left these at my alliance mates right here. So let's pretend for a moment that you are fighting me. What I want to do is I want to have you be as far away as you can be from your own castle. And I want to have the positional advantage where my alliance mates can help me. And that way you will for sure lose and we will lose less troops. So what I do is you are starting to attack me. What I can do is either fall back into my castle or go get set as a reinforcement on an alliance mate. Now, your job is to realize that you're getting too far from your own alliance mates or from your castle or city hall, whatever, and you need to stop or go back. Do not get baited. If you get baited to get a little further away from your alliance mates or from your city, what ends up happening is that an ambush can happen and the guy can turn on you and start attacking you, and because he is stronger and you're both fighting, even though you're going to try to run away, he can match your march and you're screwed. Don't get baited, okay? Make sure you know what your positioning is. Don't just send a set of troops out, let's say this far after this guy. Let's pretend there's a guy right here. And be like, yo, okay, I have a, how long is this march? I have a 25-second march. Cool. Let me go ahead and heal. Let me go ahead and go look at my other marches. No, because what he can do is realize that you're just getting further and further away from your alliance mates, and he can start falling back even more and more and just attract you in. Don't get baited. Mistake number 2 is fighting near or in between your enemy's cities. And this is a great example right down here, and I'm going to use my alliance mates to show it. So we have right here, let's see, come on. There we go. So we have right here 3 alliance mates really close to each other. Now, if this is one of their troops, okay, and I go ahead and start fighting towards this direction. First of all, if it's not this, even if this set of barbarians, for our example, let's pretend that they are a march by this guy right here. The moment I get closer to his castle, he can send out another march or third march even and just start hitting me. And I have nothing to do. I can't do anything about it because I got too close. Now, what he can do is he can hit me and come back in, hit me and come back in. That way his slightly wounded troops automatically heal and mine won't. So he can slowly and steadily chip away at my march. Now this happens all the time, even to the big players, and even getting baited happens all the time. You just gotta be aware that that's the techniques that our people are using in order to make you lose more. So you don't want to get in that situation. Another really bad situation you can get in is when you're fighting around your enemies' castles, and I'm again cities, and I'm again using my alliance mates as an example. Let's pretend for a moment you ended up somehow stuck right here. Where are you gonna go? The castle is 10 kilometers this way, but guess what? This guy right here, noticed you're in here, and he has troops coming in this way, and you're gonna have to go through them in order to get out. So that's losses right there. What are you gonna try to do? Go up? Well, this guy got you covered. You're gonna go this way? Well, this guy can get you covered very quickly if they are aware of your presence. So you do not want to be fighting around castles or cities, whatever, that don't belong to your alliance. And it works the other way around. You're gonna want to try to bait your enemies closer to your alliance mates. That way you can either use their castles or cities, whatever you want to call it, to hide your troops back in and come back out, go back in, come back out, as well as have your friends help you fight, essentially. So you want to make sure you're fighting either near your castles, cities, whatever, or in open field. Don't be close to flags that belong to your enemy. Don't be close to the alliance fortresses or to their cities. Open fields or your territory. And it is very easy to get to those situations if you do baiting properly. You attack someone, you start marching towards them, and they think, yeah, you're a big boy, I'm gonna go march against you too. And that's when you turn around and they go after you. Even if you guys start fighting a little bit and you decide to sacrifice some troops to get him to get baited in more and more, that way your alliance mates can swoop in and actually destroy the guy. Maybe you will have like 20,000 wounded troops, but your alliance mates will wipe out your enemy. So make sure you're fighting in open areas. Do not get too close to flags, alliance centers, or cities, castles, whatever you want to call. The next point is all about healing mid-war. Now, healing mid-war is all more important than it's everything, okay? If you don't heal mid-war, you either lose troops that die and never come back, or you're done fighting because your beds are full. So a lot of people think that, you know, let the beds fill and then I'll heal them all up. Or think, you know what? Let me just go ahead really quickly and go here. Oh my god, 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 and click here. No. You have the resources, cool. But the moment you do that, if you have, look at this, 20 tier 4 troops take a full minute to heal. Can you imagine how much time it takes to heal 20 or 30 or 40,000 of these? It's going to take days. And what is going to happen is if your beds are full, you'll reach a situation where you don't have any way to fight. If you're going to wait 4 days for them to fill, you can't even go hunt barbarians, because barbarians will wound 1 or 2 of your troops, severely wound, and that's deaths. Not to mention, if you're in a war, in a consistent war, you go to sleep with full beds, you wake up, everything is dead if you get raided. And trust me when I tell you, even the biggest guys get raided. So don't do it. The way you want to heal is try to heal in small batches, preferably batches that take about 25 to 30 minutes. That way, your alliance mates, you can just tell your alliance mates, click help. And just like this, I helped all my alliance mates. And guess what? If all the alliance mates that are active, which during war there's like 15, 20, 10, whatever not, all of them click help, they will most likely get your healing done or get it down to about 5 or 6 or 10 minutes. And it'll save you tons of speed ups. If you do it in small batches, you can actually save a lot of speed ups and have your troops heal quicker. The big problem here is that you're going to have to stay on it. And obviously most people just are too careless. They just instantly heal. Don't do that. It is a horrible mistake unless you're obviously going to just speed everything up and that's that. You'll run out of speed ups unless you're spending money. And if the war is big enough. So don't do it. It's not worth it. The next thing I want to talk about is don't just attack for the sake of attacking. Zul is one of the strongest guys in our in our kingdom. And in one of these wars, I saw he got baited closer to us. Now, I didn't realize that he didn't get baited close to us. He made it look like he got baited close to us. Because while 3 of us were trying to fight him, he had super legendary commanders maxed out and tier 5 marches. And we got destroyed. So don't fight just for the sake of fighting. Don't attack someone just for the sake of attacking. You're going to want to make sure you pick your targets properly, or you work together with your alliance in order to pick proper targets and move around the map correctly. Movement and target picking is everything in this game. And you're going to have to make sure you don't just attack someone just to get the kills. You're going to want to help your alliance mates if you see them in a 1v1, and you can come in and help. Specifically if you can flank and if you can stop the guy from falling back in case he's starting to lose too much. So make sure you're attacking correctly. You don't just attack a march for the sake of attacking a march. The 5th and final mistake is something that is close to that as well, which is do not be this YOLO, solo, YOLO guy. You have an alliance. You have 20 people online right now fighting. Why are you fighting alone? Divide into pods of like 4 or 5 alliance mates, 4 different pods fighting together. Something. If you got baited away from your alliance mates, sucks. It sucks. That's the whole point of baiting. The whole point of baiting is to get 1 or 2 people further away from the 6 or 7 massive amounts of marches, so that these 2 marches can be attacked by multiple forces without having to lose too much. You guys can go through my war videos, and they're all over the channel. You're gonna have 2 linked at the end of this one, and you'll see how many times people try to bait little bits of troops into massive amounts of troops, and how many times it happens due to carelessness of someone who set a march and then went to heal really quick and came back and realized he's already like 15 seconds into a bait and he's surrounded and he's pretty much gone, and you know it instantly, which sucks, especially if you were healing, because now you got to heal really quickly because you're gonna lose a lot more troops coming up. Bottom line is this: the top 5 mistakes that you can and you will make are: don't get baited. If you get baited into bad positioning, you're gone. Don't fight near enemy cities, flags, or alliance fortresses. If you do that, you're getting probably baited closer and you will get ambushed for sure. If not by multiple people, by the same person with multiple marches. 300, 400 troops cannot lose to 120. 4 marches will not lose to 1. There will be a lot more casualties probably, but he will still beat you. Heal in small batches, 20 to 30 minutes at a time. Communicate with your alliance mates to click helps, and that way you get pretty much freebies. That's how it goes. You don't spend speed ups, you heal up instantly. You make space by healing in small pieces. You're making more and more space, so that way you can consistently fight and heal. Very, very important. Finally, the last two big mistakes are: don't fight alone and don't just fight for the sake of fighting. Make sure you guys pick your targets. Make sure you guys know what you're doing. Make sure you don't march alone. Even if you're marching with multiple marches of your own, you are risking 3 marches to get baited perhaps, or to get ambushed in a certain way without you even noticing. Because remember, you have a very limited field of vision. If you're walking in this area or fighting this one guy thinking, I have 3 marches and he has 1, and we're even in neutral ground, but you're alone, someone can come from this direction, his alliance mates can start closing in from this direction, and all of a sudden you're getting flanked. You might have killed this guy, he's gone, but your 3 marches walking back will get flanked. And losing 3 marches sucks. Don't do it. Don't fight alone. Fight as a team. Don't get baited. Make sure your positioning is good. Don't fight near enemy castles, enemy flags, or enemy alliance centers. Don't heal in huge batches. Small batches is what you want to do. And finally, make sure you're not getting into situations that are over your head. Don't get over your head. I did it. I took tier 3s to fight tier 5s. I sent them to fight tier 5s. I hit Zul as he was baiting me out, thinking, you know, I'm getting some kills, cool, that's awesome. And then I went and looked at the report, and even when he didn't fight me, he was just counter-attacking me. He destroyed me. He completely destroyed me. Those are the 5 big battling mistakes you are committing for sure. And I'm committing them for sure. And even after I tell you this, you will still get baited every now and then, and you will still be a little bit tempted into getting a little bit closer to the enemy castle. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Follow these guidelines and understand that, you know, sometimes it'll happen, but as long as you keep that in mind and you're fully aware of the techniques they're using with baiting, with fighting near castles, flags, whatever not, and with the way they are setting up their troops and their alliance sticking together while you're soloing, you don't stand a chance. Just make sure you're aware of these things, and just make sure that if you're going to commit the mistake, you're committing it knowing you're making a mistake, but you're trying to make a play or something. And even if you commit it by accident because you just got baited, it happens. It's okay. Just keep your eyes peeled for this. What do you guys think about my list of top 5 mistakes you can make while battling? Leave me a comment down below. And by the way, I specifically made this list for being inside a battle. Of course, you can make mistakes by sending the wrong commanders or the wrong composition of troops and all these things, okay? There is a lot more into war than just what I mentioned. But what I mentioned is specifically for once you have your marches out, your mid-war. These are techniques using while battling. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any other tips for people who are mid-battle, things that they should and shouldn't do, in the comments down below. You can also find my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook in the description, as well as a link to Rise of Civilizations to download the game if you want to come play with me. I'm the Gekko. I'm out of here. Thank you guys very, very much for all your continuous support to the channel. Have a great weekend and take care. Peace.